Hey guys, what's up? Uh-oh, I could still have my stream unmuted. How's it going, guys? Welcome to episode 24 of ChanmanV's Pro Corner. One change that I know everybody's expecting Nerchio to be on the show with Machine, but unfortunately Nerchio is having some issues with his computer, and his friends like trying to help him fix it right now. So unfortunately it was last minute, so I didn't get a chance to let you guys know that, unfortunately, and I myself just barely got somebody to replace him in time. So we have we were fortunate to get aTnDarkForce on the show. So aTnDarkForce will not be playing Machine, actually. It's actually going to be a different format than we typically have when we have two different race guests. So today what we're going to do is we're going to have each of them kind of take turns playing kind of a practice game against just various practice partners. We'll have Protoss and we'll have Terran probably on. And what's going to happen is one person will be playing and the other person will be kind of like looking over their shoulders and commenting and critiquing. And the whole point is really to get them to kind of help each other play and maybe get some ideas from each other and kind of like a practice session. So that's really what we're going to do today, and it's going to be the first time we do this, so this should be pretty fun. Normally when we have like a Zerg panel, we go over replays and do replay analysis. So today, it'll be fun to have aTnDarkForce and Machine on, and it's pretty cool, and it's awesome to have aTnDarkForce on too, because I've been trying to get him on for a long time because I've been a huge fan. So like big thank you to him for doing this last minute, and especially when he's over in EU and just again, it's always tough with short notice. But anyways, let me pull these guys on the call and we'll get started. Yo, you guys there?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Oh, let me change it. Oops, they can't hear you yet.
Oh.
Hello. Okay, I think they can hear you now.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. John, you there?
Yes.
All right. Cool. So, just wanted to kind of, again, I always start off the show by just kind of seeing what you guys have been up to and just seeing what kind of tournaments you guys are going to be playing in soon. So, actually, Jonathan, why don't you go first?
Yes.
So, what you been up to, the last month or so, or and do you have any kind of upcoming events that we can see you in the near future?
Yes, well, I was at IEM Brazil, so I'm still a bit tired from that.
Yeah.
And the next event might be the IEM World Final in Hanover.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
If one more player cancels his participation, then I will replace that person. And well, there's 24 players, so it's quite likely that someone cancels, and then yes, I would go there in a bit less than 2 weeks.
Awesome.
But other than that, I don't have anything planned.
Okay. Awesome. How about you, Bryce?
Not too much, just practicing and getting ready for MLG Columbus. It's going to be kind of the big event and kind of the start of my year, so I want to make sure I set the tone, do very good. So.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Why don't we just jump in, play some games,
all right,
and just get right to it. So why don't we get in the game and join ChanmanV, the ChanmanV channel whenever you guys are in here. So let me just leave it on this. Let me just leave it on here for now while I'm setting this up. And we're gonna have Machine go first. So Machine will drive first. He'll play first, and so we're going to start off with ZVT, and we'll try to get some ZVP in here too, since I know every Zerg is loving ZVP right now. But let's see. So we have fortunate to get Spades here to play with us. Any map you guys in particular you prefer?
No, just anything from. How about something from the MLG map pool? That'd work.
Okay. How about Antigua?
Sure.
All right, let's do Antigua. And let me pull you in, Jonathan.
All right.
Okay, and then getting Spades in here. Okay, now let me switch over. Okay. Okay, Ranger's getting here. All right, so Okay, I guess why don't we just get this started, and then we'll kind of get y'all's feelings on ZVT right now. You know, just
Okay.
what you guys think of it and what you like to do, and just kind of what y'all think of the meta game right now.
All right, that works.
Okay, let me. Okay, so actually, yeah, Bryce has actually been on the show before, so I kind of wanted to pick John's brain a little bit first. Jonathan, what do you think of ZVT right now?
Well, it seems quite balanced to me.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it depends on the map. And yeah, after the Ghost nerf, the late game got a lot better, I think. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm quite sure late game is easier now. So yes, I think
Awesome.
it's and it's also like one of my favorite matchups to watch and also to play.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's like it really there's a lot of things you can do. Yeah, it doesn't feel that luck based like some other matchups.
Right, right. So are you still going very meta-centric, or
Well,
do
I'm
you
also
like...
trying to go infester sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done that in a long time, but I started to practice that lately.
Okay, great.
And yes,
So more like heavy-laying an infestor type of style?
yes.
Okay.
I'm kind of wondering why machine sends his overlord like to the more to the right. I would personally send it to the left of the Terran base so I can fly it into the main at some point. Because
Okay. Yeah.
because like where it's going right now, if the Terran sends like Marines there or just sees it somehow, then it's just going to die. And like I don't know, like my biggest concern isn't scouting whether he took one expansion, it's more like what is the follow up. Because yeah. One base all-ins aren't like that. Well, they are not popular and they are not that strong anymore.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't like the Overlord. Like the second one, the second one I would actually send to the natural to check for bunkers. I don't like having to like default send a drone down there.
Okay, because that's just loss of mining time.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like the second Overlord, it's going to get there so late. I'm not sure. It takes like 5 minutes or so to get where it's going right now, and I think it's a bit late. I personally scout a bit earlier to see whether the Terran takes gas before, and like to see.
You scout on 13?
No, I started scouting on 12 actually, but I used to do 13 because I like to see whether Terran goes gas a bit earlier so I can decide whether I can go like 17 gas, 16 pool. I'm not a big fan of going like just for 15 pool. Like I started trying to be a bit more greedy. And yeah, also the drone gets out of his base again.
Yeah, if you scout earlier. Exactly.
Yes,
Right.
that's why. And I mean, you lose a mining time a bit earlier, but also the drone survives, and you have information earlier. And I personally feel it's worth it.
Okay.
And
Okay. And Bryce,
Yes.
Machine, you're gonna be doing the laying infestor style here.
Yeah, it's typically like what I normally do here on this base, or this map in particular, because it's such an open map, and I don't know, like it's really hard for them to push, especially through the center. So the Ling Bane Infestor sort of style just kind of seems to counter that here. And it's really easy to kind of transition to late game off of Ling Bane Infestor as well. And I think in this map in particular, like it kind of favors like ultra transition. So that's what I usually like to do here.
Right. Okay. So you're pulling gas, of course.
And yeah, like now we kind of saw why the Overlord sending it to the right didn't work so well, because now it's in a position where it's not of that much use. I mean, you can scout for a third base at some point, but like you have, like it still takes you like 3 minutes till you have an Overlord next to his main base to fly it in there, and that's why I don't like this so much.
Okay.
Okay, so you leave one guy on gas just to kind of as kind of a way to time your layer. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I also do that differently, but I see many Koreans do that actually. I think the spine crawler timing is a bit early.
Okay.
And I would have put down a creep tumor at the natural, like with the first energy, because I like to spread some creep very early on.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean that's also a bit of a matter of taste, maybe.
Yeah, I've seen it. That's kind of stylistic thing, I think, between players.
Like some Zergs do it and some don't. I personally like to have some creep spread quite early.
Yeah, see, this third one that comes out, he starts it, so it's a little bit later, but...
Yeah, well, it's quite a big difference, actually. Because, like, you could already be, like, putting one at the bottom of the ramp or something right now.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's quite nice to have it, like, a bit on the map early on.
Alright, now the two Hellions are on the map. Okay, so macro hatch right there, kind of making a wall. Okay, so there's no way those Hellions are going to do anything at this point.
The Evo chamber is a bit late, I think.
Okay.
Because
do you go armor before lair?
Yeah, well, not always. I'd mix it up, but yes, I do sometimes. But the thing is that you, like, the Evo chamber should have finished like 15 supply ago or something like that. Like you do it, like the research, like when I copied the build order from Lenok, he does it at like 45, 50 supply, and now it's 66. Yeah, and I think you put drones into gas again a bit late, and you took gases a little late. Like, yeah, like there's a lot of drones out already, and yeah, but it's not so bad overall.
Alright.
Oh, and I hide Zerglings somewhere around the map, so I can send them like in front of the Terran base later on to check whether there's more Hellions running out. That's something I actually find quite important to do.
Yeah, you're right. I should have done that a while ago.
Yeah, because right now there's no way for you to know if he's...
If he's doing like a Marauder.
Yeah, like a Marauder all-in, or even just really triple fat kind of mech player here.
Oh. Got a Baneling Mist.
Do you guys like building the Roachhorn just as a preemptive, precautionary?
I don't like that.
Okay.
I don't.
Oh gosh, you got those Hellions. That's huge.
Yeah, no, this is really good for machine. Like killing the Hellions so easily without many losses is always nice, because now he can put down the third base, which could have taken a little longer normally.
Right.
Yeah, and just killing off the Hellions,
it's huge. You can spread your creep now with no problem, and
yeah.
Oh, he's taking a third though, so obviously went to that early third, just three orbital kind of build, right?
Yeah.
I don't agree with getting such an early reactor starport though. He got it like before his second and third racks were finished, and I think he will have too many medivacs, and like his other unit count is too low. And that I don't like about Spade's build. Like usually, I think you should have at least 2 racks and then medivacs, and not like 1 rack into medivacs, especially with a reactor. That seems a bit inefficient to me.
I see. Yeah, because he is kind of susceptible to just kind of even just mass lings right now.
Yeah, like I think he would have just died if the machine had gone for mutas, and you just go a few mutas and then lots of lings and speed banelings. I'm pretty sure he would have just died. Because he just doesn't have the unit count.
I see.
And no combat shields and such. But now he's like, now that this didn't happen, I think he's in a quite good position. And he also scanned the infestation pit now, so he roughly knows what's up.
Right.
And yeah.
Brian, Spades is probably metagaming a little bit, as you two play each other some, so probably has something to do with that too.
Yeah. Probably.
So, what do you guys think of Burrow?
I like it.
How early, though?
If I go like the +1 armor before lair build, I usually get it like right after I get lair, if I remember. I mean, I forget sometimes, and it's like requires a lot of multitasking to also borrow Banes.
Right.
and such. But yes, I think it's good.
Okay, so right after Lair, huh? Okay. Good timing. Good,
Yeah, that
good
would
to
be
remember.
optimal, but yeah, as I said, I tend to forget.
Okay, so we got Annoying Viking there at the top.
Yeah, that's what I don't like so much about Infestor play. That like there's nothing you can do about those annoying Vikings. That
Right.
and drops are already harder to defend, and then you don't even have like a, how should I say, like pre-warning, because your overlords get killed.
Right. Right.
But I mean, Infestor play is alright. If you defend well against drops, then it's better than Mutas.
Right.
Like fungling the Viking there, I think that's a waste of energy. I mean, he doesn't look now, and that's why his Viking gets killed. But normally, like, it wouldn't have done anything.
So he lost the pool there. Yeah,
Did he lose his spawning pool?
I think so. Right?
Yeah, and again, like, the medivacs just fly away from the X now. So I think it's better to just let them go there and not waste the energy.
One Bane guy. Okay.
Yeah, and now Spades.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's really difficult to defend actually. I mean, there was a machine also at the build order advantage from the start, and he has to talk with us on Skype, so that's quite hard.
It's definitely distracting to some extent.
But yes, like it's really quite hard to defend against those drops. Like once they did some damage, and yeah. Let's see the upgrades. No, he's not even. That's another problem. Like he's not even ahead on upgrades very much. That's just like.
Yeah, I was really late on my 2-2. It was a mistake.
Yeah, he's not super fast either, so it's actually seems to be even that way.
And I personally would have went for Broodlords now, because.
Why is that?
I think like.
Oh, landed one.
With Ultralist, like with Ultralist, you kinda need to
just walked over
win
your
the
Bane.
game. Like at some point, like it's not something you can build up, because the Ultralist, like if Terran gets his optimal army, it's very hard to win against it with Ultralist. And like from my perspective, the best chance to get back into the game would have been to try to defend and build up a big Broodlord amount. And yes, that's kind of the main reason. But I have to be honest, I might underestimate Ultralist a bit. Like I'm generally not getting them very often, so.
I think they're actually good against this attack, but I think the drop, like the drop and us talking, obviously, distracted Bryce probably enough that the ultras didn't come out in time for this attack.
Yeah, I usually get that much.
Yeah, they're usually out for this attack. Like that's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you have a good point there.
Because the ultras would take out the tanks. I mean.
Yeah, they do.
That's the whole point of that. So yeah, so now the ultras are coming out, but it's gonna be tough.
But too little, too late.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of piecemealed in. Yeah.
Terran just has. I mean, look at Terran's resources. Like he has so much money, he can't even spend it.
Yeah. Okay, well, warm-up game.
Secure, like I made a ton of mistakes that game actually. Like I usually secure the 3rd and 4th earlier, get my 2-2, like have upgrades, have good drop defense. I don't know. I just kind of fell apart.
Warm-up game, man. It's all good. All right, let's try. Okay, so should we just stay here on NA or?
Yeah, it's
we
okay.
Good? Okay.
I play ZVT also.
Yeah, we'll just have you play. We'll just have you play Spades.
Okay.
And we'll pick a different map though. Any map that you have a preference for?
I mean, I like many maps. I like Daybreak, for example. I think Daybreak is a nice map.
Okay, let's play Daybreak.
But we can also play something else. I don't care that much.
We'll do Daybreak. No, it's good. A nice macro map too. So for you guys joining in, just to let you guys know, I know a lot of you guys are expecting to see Nurchio here, but unfortunately Nurchio had some issues with his computer, so we had to get a last-minute substitute, and aTnDarkForce was nice enough to come and sub in for him. So really appreciate that. And right now we're going to have aTnDarkForce. Well, actually, what we're doing is we're having each of the players play a practice partner. In this case, it's Spades, and during which the other guests will basically be commenting and critiquing about their play. We got some few others. Maybe we'll get Kawhi to play one in a second here. Oh, so let's do this. Here we go. We'll start. Okay. Okay, so I guess this game, I mean, you tend to shade towards mutas, correct? Is that right?
Yeah, yes, but I'm trying to learn to play with infestors. So.
Okay.
I'm in the show. Can you just message it to me, like on Battle.net? I'm not streaming. Oh. Then don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay, so let me follow you guys. Also, if you guys like what you see, just with the show, and want to keep following the show, please click the follow button, and follow me on Twitter if you can. Okay, so first Overlord's going to the. Okay, so this is an interesting path. So, I know you were telling Machine in the last map to send it next to the main.
Yeah, but in this case, I kind of want to get it on the weird pillar in front of the Terran base later, but Terrans checked there early on. That's why I sent it somewhere else first.
Okay, I see.
Yes, and I think it's better to have it in front of the Terran base than next to his main.
Oh, yes. Okay. I see. Yeah, because maybe they.
But on Antigua you can't do that. So.
I see. Okay.
Yes. No, it's just that. That seems like the best thing to do on Antigua, to send it. What did I want to say? To send it next to the main, because on other positions you might not get no information at all.
I see. Right.
Yes. But in general, yeah, of course I would prefer to have it as a natural also.
So this was a 12 scout?
Yes.
Okay. And then you go like 15 hatch, and you said you typically like to go gas before pool?
Yeah, well, if he takes gas, yes. But
okay.
I've been experimenting with getting late gas if the Terran doesn't get gas. And now I built 2 drones, and now I see what he's going to do, and I guess he's going command center first. So,
greedy.
How does the command center first affect your build?
I'll just go gasless now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I've been trying around with that. I mean, I could go I could have went early gas and went for roaches, like 8 roaches, and then just attack.
Right. Oh,
so it'd just be a timing against the CC first, right?
Yeah, I mean, they often follow it up with Hellions super greedily, and that's why I like to go roaches there, but in this case I'm not going to. So I'll just get a lot of drones and a lot of queens for creep spread. I only started practicing that very recently, so I can't comment too much on how good it is. But I kind of like it.
That's interesting. So, I mean, gas is purely for offensive purposes and not defensive.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, early speed for Zerglings, like getting map control, and then also roaches. You said, like, typically when you go gas before pool, you're planning on playing some sort of aggressive build.
Right.
Or preventing the Terran from at least getting map control.
I see.
So when you scout CC first and you, like, delay your Vespian Geysers, when are you gonna delay them till?
I saw Dong Rigu take them at 45, and that's what I'm going to do also.
Okay.
I mean, just assume that he tested that better than me, and so I just copied that.
Oh, it's very smart. Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, now he scouts it, obviously, but I pretty much can't prevent him from scouting it, and so... I didn't even build a pair of Zerglings at first. Just now that his scout got there, I'll do it.
Okay, so third queen. Get that tumor out in front. Okay, up to 4 queens already.
I like this play.
Yeah. So you guys like just basically the queen defense against the Hellions versus like a spine. I mean, I think that's probably why your spine was earlier than Machine's spine was earlier than yours, because you're using queens to defend instead.
Oh well,
So,
I just saw that his voice gas was late. There's no early Hellions coming from
well,
him.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Yeah, exactly. There's no early Hellions, so he can delay his gas, delay his spine crawlers.
Right.
Just use the extra queens for creep spread, because he can't really put the minerals into anything else with
Right.
You know,
yeah, that makes
early,
sense. Yeah,
trees.
that creep should be crazy then.
Yeah, exactly. Be nice.
Okay,
And then
let's
also,
think.
obviously, later on the queens will help for defense as well.
Okay, looks like a little pressure here.
Huh,
Yeah,
double
but-
evolution chamber before hatchery. Why is that?
Oh, just because I had the gas already.
Oh, I see.
Queen should handle this just fine. Oh, it's getting low.
Oops.
Okay, so you're getting plus, melee and carapace and speed all at once.
Yeah, I forgot the
Yep.
speed, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I should have done that earlier.
Now, the fact that you haven't seen Hellions yet, does that tell you anything about his tech?
Yeah, not that much. I'm just gonna get a spine now, just in case, because I don't really know what he's doing.
Okay, just to be safe, it's always good. So no
Yeah,
fourth
I
gas
mean,
yet? Okay.
Yeah, I don't really need it. Oh, I could get that now. As I said, I don't have that much experience with that yet, so I'm also just experimenting a bit, to be honest.
Okay.
Maybe I could have gotten that a bit earlier.
Okay, so when do you throw down the bane nest? Or you're just going to be going...
Oh, I should have done that already. I just forgot that.
Okay.
I thought I was talking.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure if you're just going to go that heavy, kind of muted lane with no bane
Yeah,
style.
I mean, I made quite some mistakes here. No, I also kind of missed. Like, Zergling speed was late, and I didn't scout very well.
Yeah.
Okay. It's done now. Okay, Sea Marines.
Do you think you should scout as third by this point?
I think I should have seen it floating over. If I...
Oh, good point.
That's
I didn't
true,
see
his
that.
Overlord is there. You could have just built it, but that would be risky, right?
Yeah,
Build-
exactly.
yeah,
right
and
there.
I just have a Zergling at like
Yeah.
the bottom and the top now to spot for drops flying along there because I can't get my overloads there.
Right. So do you like to build static defenses for to defend against drops?
Yeah, but only later on.
Okay.
Like right now I have my Zerglings and I can see the drops coming.
Oh, okay. So,
So I don't
basically,
feel it's
I see.
really necessary.
Right. So when you roll out, you kind of throw 'em a bunch down, kind of thing. I see.
Yeah, and I just go fast hive now because it's a big map. Oh, and I forgot Baneling speed. I should have gotten that. And
Okay.
I
Rams
made
are-
a
Yeah, you got a bunch of drones.
I see the drones up top.
yeah, fuck. What are they doing there? Yeah, I made one mistake. I should have morphed an Overseer when my tier 2 was finished to check whether he's getting a third command center. That was actually a big mistake not to check first.
Okay, that's a good position.
Yeah, and I didn't see the drop coming because I was talking,
Right.
so that's quite bad.
We're gonna clean it up. It's a lot of
Yeah,
lings,
but I
though.
took way too many
Yeah.
losses. This was terrible.
Okay.
One thing I like
Yeah.
to do once I have layer tech is, you know, that spine crawler that's in the center isn't really going to be helping you anymore.
Oh yeah,
like-
you're right about that. I should have put
Yeah.
that in.
Okay, so now Spire's up. Are you you're going straight to broods, right? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And now the good thing is that I have very good creep spread, so he can push me that quickly because he usually can't fight on creep. I mean, I really screwed up quite hard, so he might even be able to just kill me on creep, but that shouldn't happen normally.
Yeah.
And
You have 2 on gas in your main. Both here.
oh, thank you.
Open. And so you can really tech the Broodlord off just 6 gas, huh?
Well, I should have also taken the 4th a bit quicker. That was another mistake I made. But I think it's possible. I mean, you don't get mutas, which normally cost a lot of gas,
Yeah, exactly.
and
Wow, that's some good positioning right there. Good fungal. Okay, so it's kind of the point in the game where all you're doing is just defending drops until you
Yeah,
get those
but
broodlords out. Yeah.
as I already said, like, I played quite poorly overall, so it's not looking so good. But maybe
Yeah.
he just forgets about Broodlords, and then the sudden once I have the Broodlords, I'm okay.
Exactly.
I mean, he's not pushing it, and I'm already morphing Corruptors. I forgot
That's
that
true.
also. I should have done that earlier. And he might be scared to walk on my creep, even if he might just win if he does that.
Right.
Because normally you shouldn't walk on creep, just like super quickly. That's not such a good plan.
So what do you
Yeah.
guys think is the, kind of the ultimate Zerg army here?
Broodlord, Infestor, Corruptor.
Oh yeah,
No, I mean-
Broodlord is definitely best.
I mean, what like the ratio of those units? Yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously those units are definitely the
Well,
best.
it depends a bit on what ratio he
Yeah.
has, I would
Mhm.
say.
I see.
But you want, I think Corruptors you want the least.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Broodlords, well, it really depends, but I think Broodlords is the one you need the most of.
yeah, the necessary Broodlords and then like at least 7 Infestors or so.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
I kind of prefer more, but yeah, 7 sounds like an okay number.
Yeah, I usually do too, but I think 7 is like the bare minimum.
Yeah,
if
I
they're
think
Viking
quite-
heavy, you might need more.
What do you guys think of just heavier Corruptor when they're that Viking heavy?
Yeah,
Instead of
but if
Infestor.
they get ghosts, I mean, ghosts aren't that good anymore, but still, I don't like getting so many Vikings. Corruptors, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like getting that many Corruptors.
I see.
Yeah, and I mean, now I
Oh,
kind of got to Hive safely, with even though I kind of screwed up earlier. Now I feel quite comfortable.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
now after the ghost change, I don't really need to be afraid of late game. And I also am pretty sure that I have more experience with this stuff because I used to do nothing but this.
right.
And now I'm spreading overseers now to prevent ghosts from sneaking in for nukes.
Oh,
Oh,
smart.
that's
yeah.
hmm So how do you?
Because that's like the only thing that can happen to me right now, that I get trouble against I get problems against ghosts. And now I just build up my army composition.
Okay. Well, the creep spread. You're definitely going to see anything here crossing mid. That's so good. Okay, so he's pushing up top, and looks like you're setting up a counter here.
Yeah, I just sent some links.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have enough investors
Oh,
actually.
that's good. Good one. Good fungal there. Yeah, this is where
Oh, but I don't have.
any corruptors here.
Yeah, were just morphing, so that's quite bad. But he kind of screwed up here.
Yeah, his third died.
Wow, he's got a lot of Vikings though.
Yeah, I think I should just draw back a bit right now.
Yeah,
Get
think
to
you're
my
gonna lose those.
I will get my queens, and now I can transfuse, and that will help a bit. And the queens also attack.
right.
Yeah, I'm not
Nice.
so happy about this though.
Oh, okay, still awesome though. It's gonna get close here. But at the same time, you're ripping up his base.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter if I die.
Yeah.
And I kinda,
Yeah.
It's true.
I really failed the control right now, to be honest. I really screwed up with that.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Mutation complete.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but the fact that you lost so much there, that's quite nice. Yeah, and also I missed tons of injects earlier and so.
Right.
And now, I mean, it's just really hard to do damage to his army.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that heavy Viking count was tough without the
Yeah, I didn't expect
corruptor
that.
count. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
a
it's
few
fine.
infestors too, actually. Okay,
Yeah,
well.
I should have countered with my links once he moved out, gotten rid of them, because I had like 3k, 1.5k.
Right.
It was like, the game was practically won, but I was just really screwing up. And I think like if I just counter, like send all my links into his like natural main, etc. once I see him moving out,
Right.
that buys me like a little time. And I don't think he will base trade when he already has like 100 links in his bases.
Right.
And then I can just remax with, get like 20 corruptors or 15. And then I'm pretty sure I win the fight.
I see.
So
I
that
see.
was kind of fair.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know, it's kind of this running joke with my show that like there's this curse that basically when you're being talked to, you tend to
Yeah,
lose,
it's
right?
super hard.
Yeah,
like,
I mean it's kind of logical, but
I don't even answer people in games. Like if someone like starts to small talk at the beginning of the game, I don't answer them because
yeah.
like I do stuff like I forget my spawning pool if I talk to people.
Right. Right.
Like,
But
it's
but you
super
know,
hard.
again, you know, for the viewers and for obviously for you guys, you know, the point of the show is really just so we can learn, you know, so the viewers can learn a few things and you know just have you guys at least you know exchange some ideas. So you know, obviously we all understand that it's a lot more distracting, and of course you guys are going to lose some games because of it. So you know, I just want to make it clear to everybody because I know some people you know come on and start watching the show and don't understand what we're doing here. But you know, the whole purpose is to learn here. So, okay, let's do it again. We're gonna get spades once here. So,
All right.
what do you think of? You like Car Hall or no?
I've never played it.
Okay, let's play. What's another good Zerg map?
Give me Daybreak.
Okay,
Just
you
do
do
that
Daybreak
again.
again? Okay,
Sure.
let's do it
Wow.
again. Run it
Alright.
again. Okay, and this game, are you going to try to do the same thing, or as you did the
I
last
think
previous game?
I
or?
really like Langenfester style, so I'll definitely do that.
Mhm.
But you know, I could try a keyboard transition as well.
Okay. It's funny. Here we go.
All right.
So, DarkForce, at what point in that game that you just played would you have actually built mutas instead of gone straight to Hive?
Well, if I want to go in faster, I kind of like this fast hive. So
Right.
I didn't intend to build mutas. If I want to go mutas, I would stay on tier 2 for a bit longer.
I see. Okay.
Because mutas plus fast tier 3, I
Yeah,
don't
not enough
think
gas.
that really makes sense.
Yeah, there's
I
not
mean,
enough
if you
gas.
get the infestation pit, you should just get the infestors.
Right.
It seems more efficient to do.
All right. This game, I'm gonna do the 12 drone scout.
Right.
I think, yeah, I like that actually. I like how you were able to adjust to the CC first and scout it early enough. It seemed like it really helped you.
Yes, or in general, gasless. I mean, many also play 1-Rex expansion, and then they go Hellions afterwards, for example.
Yeah. Yeah.
The timing of it seems perfect because it seems like right when you need to make the decision to
Yeah,
defend
exactly.
or
I
be
used
greedy.
to scout at 13,
Yeah.
and now I changed it to 12 because it makes it a bit easier. And if I see like low SCV count, I can also cancel one drone and build a pool against like
Right.
proxy 2 Rex.
Exactly.
And if you scout later, you can't do that.
That's true. And this is a big
So,
map too. Jeez.
You were talking about one rack CC. Would you make the same adjustment that you just made against Command
Yeah,
Center?
I started trying around with that, like also going gasless till like 40, 45 supply against, because you don't like, there's nothing like early marine Hellion elevator stuff and such.
Yeah.
In general, there's no early air against gasless openings, and that's like the big problem of going gasless or Reaper. Like, if you play without gas early and there's a Reaper in your base, then what do? You can't kill it.
Yeah, you're just in
And
trouble.
that's why I don't like going gasless by default, but I do it like as a reaction to gasless. Well, I mean, you could do it against gas builds also.
Queens are decent against Reapers, right? And with
You have to have
gasless,
really
you're going
good
heavy
scouting.
queens. Oh, you got static? Okay.
Well, really good scouting ahead of time. They'll take out drones instantaneously.
Oh, you mean the very first one? Yeah, the very first one
Oh,
is it's really killer. Okay, so you got that guy out.
Yep, 15, 17, 17.
Yeah.
Scouted his refinery, so I'm expecting just like standard reactor Hellion. He could go Reaper from here, but I'm not really too worried about that.
Right.
I'll just defend it with my queens.
Okay, so a little bunker.
I personally only sent down 3 drones.
Oh, that's
because,
a good.
like one for each side. Like the SCV can only be in like 3 positions or so, and that's why I only sent 3. But I mean, sending a bit more can be worth it because sometimes it makes like weird movement and then it can suck.
Yeah, you can't kill.
Yeah, I mean, I wish.
Yeah.
I wish they would do something about this. Actually,
Yeah.
it's.
I mean, this is quite annoying.
Yeah.
But now, like,
It was a fake one, though. Thankfully.
yeah. Yeah, most bunkers these days
Yeah.
are like fake bunkers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you still have to respect him.
Oh, there's that Reaper. Oh boy.
Yeah, so now I would have just slided the drones up into the main again, but because the queen takes some more time
Yeah,
here.
I didn't realize he delayed my queen for so long.
Yes, and now I don't know. Now the game is over. Like losing 3 drones like that, like
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
it's pretty
I agree.
much over. I don't really know. Like, yeah, if you lose that much to a Reaper, and I don't know why you would send down drones again. I mean, you just lose mining time, and your main is not saturated anyway.
Yeah, you're
I-
right.
Right.
Like, I would just leave them in the main, and then when you have 16 on minerals in the main, then you send them down. Oh, and like, this is also the reason why I like gas before a pool against gas openings, because you have the Zergling speed much earlier, and with earlier Zergling speed you can regain map control from the Reaper quicker. And if you have map control and they go Reaper opening, I think they have to be quite scared of you all-inning them with like Ling Baneling or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like to have the earlier speed.
I see.
Metamorphosis complete.
Okay. So is there anything that you do, let's say, obviously you took some damage there. Is there any kind of shortcuts you try to take here that's different than you would normally do, or?
Well, because I know he's going Reaper, I can delay my spines, but that's about it.
Okay. Oh, there goes that Reaper.
Yeah, I guess one thing you can do after Reaper is go like for like a Roach Baneling all in, because they often follow up with Blue Flame Hellions or like with Bio, and against both it's kinda good. And but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I mean you can also play standard of course. Yeah. At this point in the game, I would personally just give up, but because I feel like I would be too far behind. I mean, if I practice, like in a real game, of course I wouldn't give up, but I mean,
Yeah.
losing like another 5 drones and
Yeah.
like some things, it's like I don't know. It's just I just give up on those games because
Yep.
I mean, you're still. I mean, drone-wise, you're still fine, but not sure about tech-wise if you're where you should be.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
yeah. Like, and drones aren't everything. I mean,
Yeah. Of course.
yeah.
I mean, those 50 minerals that you spent on the drone, remaking the drones, could have been spent somewhere else, right? Okay, so now you're seeing a pretty big Hellion count here. Well,
Yeah,
you got killed by half of them.
yeah, but you lose so much mining time, and even if you kill them now, it's like, oh, okay. I mean,
That's pretty good, actually.
yeah, like I actually don't like driving in with the Hellions there. I wouldn't
No,
do that.
that was
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
I think it's better to just keep them in front of the creep and maybe scan and kill the creep and then just
Yeah.
have them as a threat. But of course, I mean, Spades is quite far ahead right now because he killed so many drones. And because I guess you just forgot like going to tier 2 earlier because you were busy.
I mean, killing those Hellions gives you an open. I mean, obviously a huge window to make up for some of the gap, but you don't think it makes up for all the drones, the early drones that he lost? Let's see. So you're still going to go Infestor here?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
something-
now I think Infestor is like the best choice because Infestor is something you can make more comebacks with
Right.
than Mutas, like going fast tier 3 or getting some good fungals.
Okay, so running around. What are your thoughts on base trade in ZVT? Because I know you love base trade, or you've always loved base trade scenarios. You think it's viable in ZVT? Or Jonathan?
Well,
It's
it
actually-
really just I don't really like it as ZVT because they can with their buildings.
Right, of course.
Karen usually wins base trade.
A lot of people do a lot of damage with counters. Here we go. Okay, so what's going on here? Okay, so it looks like he's setting up for a
I
third.
mean, it really depends on the situation. But I'm not that big of a fan in general.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, okay, he ran off.
Our forces are under attack.
That's pretty big saving that.
Our forces
That one Viking, so annoying.
Yep.
Yeah, so all those drones, all that those drones that were killed earlier, pretty like you pretty much should be having infestors right now, right? That's kind of the difference we're
exactly.
talking about. Yeah.
Yep. I'd be much further ahead right now. I should have a fourth. I should have, I don't know, maybe even Hive Tech.
our forces
Right.
are under attack.
I think his third's a little late though. So maybe I could use that to my advantage.
Okay. Still know there's that lingering drop medevac somewhere.
Yep. Exactly. I'm gonna go ahead now and split up Zerglings to defend my bases. Just say I'm
I
gonna
think you should go Hive by now, or even I personally would have gone for Hive a bit earlier, just because when I feel behind, I think you need to take some kind of risk to like win.
Yeah, I guess. You're probably right. I always just like getting a fourth before I go Hive though against Terran. I guess I could do it now. I like to have some sort of infestor count.
Well, it's really the gas, right? I mean, you kind of have to have 8 gas to have a healthy production on Hive Tech.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like I do. Yeah, it's really hard for me to play Hive Tech without it.
I see.
What I personally don't understand is why Spades is playing so passive. It's a bit surprising for me.
Oh, got one. Landed one there. Well, this could help you because I mean, again, the ultras aren't there for this attack, but his army doesn't look as big as it should be either.
Yeah, I mean, his resources are... He has quite a lot of money floating.
Yeah, he does.
And I don't know why he gets so many Marauders, like in the mid-game. That doesn't... I guess against Infestors it's okay.
He's probably anticipating ultras, maybe? Or
No, I think
just
he
the
just gets them
infestors?
against Infestors.
Infestors? Okay. Yeah, it's true. Can't kill Marauders with 2 fungals, right? Okay, here we go.
Mineral field depleted.
Throwing down some Broad Banes. Oh, okay. Oops.
That was obviously a mistake.
Minerals are under attack.
Okay, he's kind of pushing here. Probably wait till he gets in this open area, or?
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
he should be sieging up. I don't know.
Yeah,
why
his
he's not
his
sieging.
tank count's not great. Oh gosh, that was a mistake.
But
Oh, where are your lanes? Yeah. Oh, nice.
yeah, I don't know. Terran just went on the creep and didn't see it. That seems weird.
Yeah.
Field depleted.
Okay, well, I think you're back in the game now.
Yeah, I kind of figured I was.
Yeah. And
I
that's
honestly
that's
haven't really felt too far behind because, like, even there, like, I could have delayed his push for so long. Just with like forcing him scans, bro banelings, like engaging and disengaging.
right.
That I don't know. I was behind, but not really like an unreasonable situation or unwinnable situation.
Yes, no, you can definitely win. I think actually you got the game now. Even though it would be easier to take with Broodlords than with Ultras.
I usually open Ultra and then I do like a double Spire Broodlord transition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean that's like you said before, like this Ling Infestor composition is the one a composition that you can come back from with the just because with Fungal, right? Fungal holds stuff together, and Terran's
Yep.
like one of their biggest strengths is to be able to split their army, right? So
Yep.
Metamorphosis complete.
so good. Okay, let's see some Ultra action. Okay, so you're gonna take everything here. Okay.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Oh, okay? Oh wow, so you're planning to come in three angles here. Nice.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Oh, it'll be interesting to get it. Ooh, I don't think the Bane's quite did enough. It's gonna be close.
I personally, I don't know. I don't like this kind of frontal attack, which is why I don't like going ultra. I prefer to go ultralist like after Broodlords when they have many Vikings, because in this case he already got Marauders in the mid game, and so he's kind of set up for ultralist, but not so much for Broodlord. And that's why I don't like the ultralist first. And then I think it's better to like attack the third base and not run into... Well, I mean he had quite many buildings there, so it was quite tight space. And I don't think it's a good idea to attack into them.
Mineral
Yeah, you're probably right.
depleted.
Do you,
Hive cluster is under attack.
okay, here we
I
go.
lost all of my tech.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our forces
You got all my banelings too. Nah, it's not looking good.
Mineral
Yes, I think Daybreak is kind of like a camping map. I mean, because of like the way the layout is. That's why I like on Taldarim Altar, for example. I would like Ultralisk first more because it's much more open and there's so many ways you can walk. And there, Brood Lords are not so good because they are kind of immobile.
Right.
But on this map, I mean, you can like you just have everything at the watchtower and you just cover your half of the map with them. And that's why I like the Brood Lords better here.
I see.
Yeah. Honestly, I just lost because of that drop in my main.
Yeah.
Lost every single tech building. I couldn't build anything.
Yeah. Snipe the cavern and snipe the hive. And Infestor Mount too.
Yeah, I could do
Oh my
everything.
goodness.
GG. Man.
GG. Alright, Spade's just on a run today.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is turning into a ZBT show. That's for sure.
Yeah, much.
Yeah, well, let's keep doing it. I mean, I think it's good to just really
But I
concentrate
like
on
CVT better anyway, so
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
That's good. No, it's always good just to concentrate on one match instead of just. It's easier to focus on something and learn it for us viewers. So okay, so let's switch over to DarkForce. And again, for you viewers, what we're doing is we're having Machine and DarkForce take turns playing. Oh, actually, we have DarkForce in place of Nerchio because Nerchio couldn't make it last second because of technical issues. So right now we're going to have DarkForce play, and we're going to have Machine kind of look over his shoulder and, again, just kind of comment on things that they kind of see in each other's play that maybe they like or they can work on, they should work on, that kind of thing. So we're going to ask DarkForce what map you'd like. Any map you prefer?
No, just host something that is not super terrible. I don't like Terminus, for example.
Okay, so what's a good map that's not terrible? Let's see. We could do Taldarim. We could do Shakura. Shakura's isn't that. What do you think of Shakura's, actually?
I don't like Shakura.
Yeah, okay, yeah, most Zergs don't like Shakura's. Let's see. Do you like Entombed Valley? Any of those new ones, like Korhal or Dark or Cloud Kingdom?
I kind of like Korhal. We can also play Cloud Kingdom. That's good.
Okay, let's do Cloud Kingdom. Let's do one of the new ones so that we can get some play on. Watch somebody else play on it. Okay, here we go. Actually, I haven't even added you as a friend yet. It's DarkForce. Just added you. Okay, here we go again. Okay. So how much have you guys played on this map?
I played a little bit.
Well, some Red Eye games, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. I haven't really played this.
Yes,
like,
I'm ready.
Oh, see, Spades was ready. I figured you were ready. Let's see if he is. Alright, let's see if we can break the curse, guys. Okay, Cloud Kingdom. This is a pretty good map, right? I mean, the ridges are kind of painful, actually, on this map. But
The what?
the ridges where they can drop on top of the cliffs behind mineral lines and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a hard map to really secure a fourth on, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Oops. For some reason my hotkeys were not working.
Oh no.
That's why I built the drones kind of late, but whatever. I don't think it's that big of a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a hard map to really hold a fourth on because that cliff, they can constantly like siege push it or I don't know, like just late game drops behind the mineral line.
Yeah, those are so tough.
Yep. And also because of the ramps leading to the third and the natural, it's very easy for Terran to hold their first three bases.
Yes,
Yeah.
but there's many attacking routes, so you can counter attack quite nice if they attack you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the Terrans I play with like to actually wall off like specific routes though, so they don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, but you can just take a few banelings. So
Yeah, when they get
I
to
think
mid, kind of when they get to mid map, You definitely have. You can definitely swing around the top, and even if they're blocking it, right?
Yes,
you can
and
bust
I think
through.
you have to do that. I mean, if you
Yeah.
go mutas, that is. If you play infestors, I don't think you can really counterattack if you go infestors because your army is generally very slow.
So does that mean this is going to be a map that you're probably going to open Muta on?
Yeah, I like mutas. Yeah, I mean, I like mutas in general.
It'll be good to
Yeah.
see. It'll be good to see a muta today. We haven't seen
Oh
one
no,
yet.
I mean, if you want me to go mutas, I can do that.
Oh, I mean, no,
I'm much
just do.
better at muta play than infestor play. It's just
Oh
that
yeah,
I'm
just do whatever is most comfortable. Yeah, do whatever.
With that.
Yeah, I mean, in general, just for the, just all these games, just do whatever you're most comfortable with. I didn't mean to like imply that you should go infestor every game.
Oh no,
Uh,
I know. I'm just saying like, that's.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just wanted to make sure I didn't
It
say
sucks
that
so
earlier.
much to have that drone like that larva delayed because I didn't build the drone, but whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So now I just go 17 gas, 16 pool. Everything is a bit late, of course, but
Right.
yes.
Yeah, the double stacking on a mineral line is much harder once you
Yeah.
don't spend it in
Now-
time.
Now, because your pool's delayed, like because you went gas before pool, and if he opens Reaper, do you fear like any damage from that early Reaper because your coin's going to be later? A little bit, or-
I mean, I might have to pull my drones for like a few seconds, but then the queen pops.
Okay.
And the good thing is that even if they bunker rush you, you have early speed. And even if the bunker finishes, with speedlings you can kind of clear it up easily. And then you actually don't suffer as big of a loss in compared to when you get bunker rushed when you don't have speed.
Okay.
So I'm fine with it. Yeah, everything is a bit off now, which is quite annoying.
Yeah. That's how these timings are for these pros. They're like one just even a second is off, then all of a sudden.
No, I mean I built it like 10 seconds late.
Oh, did
so
you? I didn't even. Oh wow. I didn't realize it was that far.
I don't know. I think it was because I all tapped at some point or
Oh, I see.
something.
Oh, you should have told me. We should have started over then.
No, it's
Alright.
okay. Don't worry.
All right. So
Okay,
you have that
so-
early speed, like this. When do you actually put your drones back on gas detect to like hot, like
I
layer?
don't know.
or-
A bit after 30.
Okay. So pretty quickly.
So yeah. No, I mean it's not that early, and it's
Okay, so got the spine up this time because you're not building extra queen.
yes, of course.
Yep,
I know.
cool.
So you saturate your main, and then you just set both your rallies to your natural as far as
Yes.
drone rallies. Okay.
Yes, I think that's the most efficient way to do it.
Okay.
And now I build another queen. And I think now it's time to build the Evo chamber for the +1 armor. I also like that. Ah, okay, now
Are under attack.
he's getting Hellions. Now I can start to build, like, I wait till we're quite late to build Zerglings against the Hellions. But that one Zergling that is out on the map, I sent that just somewhere.
Yeah, right. Smart.
And then I can check back into his natural and see what he's doing there. Like, get like a count on his,
If he's making more Hellions, siege tank.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I can just park it in front of his main base.
Yeah, because he already cleared that.
Right. You know his Hellions are probably towards your side of the map, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and now I would see if there's Hellions moving out and I could make a full wall off or something like that.
Right. For that.
And now I went
there
for
we go.
kind of the build you did on Antigua, except for that I will go mutas, I guess.
Right.
Okay.
And now I saw that his Hellions were out of position, so now I will run my links out.
Very smart.
That's
I like
so
it.
good. Yeah.
And now
So
I can
good.
counter attack his natural if he like goes for a push. And
Right.
even like 10 links is nice to have out on the map. And now I'm taking my other gases.
So good. Yeah. Most people are so.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
Uh oh. That's
Like,
not good.
it's so weird to run in like this. This makes no sense. But I guess in this case it's good against me.
Yeah. That's foul. That's gonna. Well, he's not gonna get in. He lost.
This actually went quite well for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure how many drones I lost, but it weren't that many. Oh, I didn't watch my
I think you.
It was a decent amount.
Yeah,
actually.
you lost 11.
Oh, okay, that's a bit too much then.
I noticed you didn't use your third like hatchery to wall. Don't you think that would really help in a situation?
Yeah, I thought yeah, in that situation yes, but I don't like it so much because it makes everything so tight at that position, and that kind of sucks in general. And
Yeah, I
I thought
agree.
I would see if there's aliens coming, so yeah, that
One
was
thing-
in this case it was bad, that's true.
Yeah, one thing I've actually been doing is I put the hatchery, and instead of using the Evo chamber to also wall, I just put the Evo chamber somewhere else and use just hatchery spine. Then you can also just move the spine later.
Right. No, that's good.
Yeah, you're not really I mean you're a little bit behind, but you'll be okay.
Mutation.
Yeah, I mean in general it went quite well because I didn't have to build Zerglings early because he waited for 4 Hellions to move out,
Right.
Under attack.
and I don't have to build rings before he moves out. That's just not necessary.
When are you gonna make your second evolution chamber for melee?
I don't get a second one in this case. I'm delayed,
Really?
but I
Okay.
like this.
Alright, Spire down. And I noticed the last couple games you don't research burrow, so you don't.
No, I did. I've just forgot that, to be honest.
Oh,
I like it. I'm just not that used to it. I didn't do it for a long time. I just started practicing that.
oh, I see. It's very nice. You can delay expansion.
Yeah.
So,
Force
Yeah,
scans.
definitely, you are right. I
Yeah.
agree on that.
yeah, such a little thing that plays a huge role. Let's see.
Oh, and I forgot to build a 4th queen for creep spread. Not so happy about that.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay.
I'm just gonna fly my overseer in, even if it's kinda obvious. I mean, I just need to get like a rough. Oh, okay, so he goes fast third base.
2 factory, 3rd command center. Yeah.
Pretty standard.
How's this gonna
Oh,
adjust
he's
your
double
play?
base. Now I just built super many drones for my 3rd already, because I know he can't attack me.
Okay.
Okay, so saturate third.
And then what about a 4th? When do you typically take your 4th?
Our forces are under attack.
I don't really have like a set timing. I do that kinda by feeling, I guess.
Okay.
Mutation.
So once
And
you're once
I
you're
delay my mutas a bit now because
Yeah.
he already got turrets, so I can get more drones and upgrades first.
was just about to ask you that.
Yeah, I mean, the mutas are not going to do much right now. I can wait with that a bit. And he's probably not dropping me in. Oh, he didn't even have a starport, so... So it's not so important right now to have that. Yeah, and I think I can just take a 4th now. I mean, he's not going to attack, and I get the infestation pit now, but also get mutas. Yeah, I kinda need to go for late game now, because he's just going to turtle for a big push on
Yeah.
his 3 bases, and then, yeah, so it's mostly about when I get my Broodlords now.
I agree that if you're getting like just a single evolution chamber, it could help as far as if you're going for a timing with your mutas, because then you'd be allocating less resources towards upgrades and you'd have more units at that specific time. But now, don't you feel like you'd be behind because you haven't been upgrading both your like melee and armor upgrades for like?
Oh yeah, no, I don't know. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Because I mean, I started the +1 quite early in the game, and I don't feel like I'm that far behind it.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, if I get my evolution chamber later, I get 2. But I mean, I got a second one now because I thought he's getting another command center, so he's probably not going to attack like very soon, and he's really going very late game heavy. But
Right.
otherwise, I wouldn't have done that, like just because of the another command center. Yeah, now just get my 3rd base.
Mutation.
I think it's super important to have that creep spread queen out on the map, because the more creep you have, the slower he can push later on.
Right.
Our forces are under attack.
Down to 4.
The hive cluster is under attack.
And I didn't morph any banelings yet because I only need those against pushes.
Are under attack.
Right.
pretty much.
Mutation.
So I feel like it's not really necessary.
Oh, get these Marines. Nice. Nice, good to get a few there.
Yeah. So now that you're in late game, what purpose do the Mutalisks serve?
Well, not much anymore. I mean, there's some anti-air, and they are good to, like, intercept drops until until I have my death ball, so to say. But now they don't serve that much purpose. But they are really good against the drops still, which are one of the big problems that I could have now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like to have some mutas against drops. Now I'm just flying them around and... Well, I just go for late game now.
Oh, here's that push.
Yeah, and I...
Just counterattack instead.
Because like, the early game wasn't that good for me, so I kinda have to go for something risky now.
Yeah, so this is kind of interesting. So obviously you counter with all your Lings and Banes. You keep the Infestors at home.
Yeah, because those are so slow.
Right, and they're very cost efficient too against Marines, so...
Yes, and now I got a
There you go, that was a great fungal. Oh, 2 more would have been crazy.
Yes, but even now, like, I think it's looking quite okay.
Here we go, here we go. Oh, fungal.
Oops.
Oh, there you go, at least got some of them.
Yeah, I'm a bit distracted.
So you're coming back now, right? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I can't do much more damage than that.
Right.
So I just...
I like this a lot. Now you're gonna have Brood Lords in, still have your Mutalisks.
Yeah, it was a bit messy, you know, but I think it's good enough.
There we go.
I mean, I lost 2 bases now,
Right.
but I do have Brood Lords.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what do you think the state of the game is right now?
I think I'm a bit ahead.
Okay.
Simply because he lost everything, and I'm not actually. No, I didn't see whether I killed his base because I was kind of busy with things.
Yeah, you killed the 3rd one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so then it's okay. Because now he will have a hard time getting up enough Vikings, and I mean in general, like his unit count shouldn't be that high.
Right, and you have mutas and infestors, even if he does. So.
Yeah, and I'm getting. I mean, I'm almost maxed, and I don't think he is maxed.
Yeah, he's gonna have a hard time defending this orbital. I mean, this fortress for sure.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Engagements are always tense. Nice stronghold. Oh, close.
Nah.
No, it's not. No, got that. You got that.
Yeah, I kind of forgot to get upgrades. Just going to draw back a bit now. And
Nice
hope
fungal.
he gets in my fungals. Oh. I kinda missed
Yeah, he's
control
on
there.
siege now, so yeah, that ground army's gone. He doesn't have enough Vikings either, so
Yeah.
definitely looking good.
But I'm still going to go back now just because I have very few units there.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
smart.
I don't see... I don't want to risk it now because I feel like I'm in a good position.
Right.
Yeah.
And I really have very little anti-air and such, and my infestors have no energy.
Right. That's
And he can only have 4 bases. I mean, I kinda know like that he doesn't have more.
okay. So basically, once you get max, you're gonna attack again, kind of thing, or timing, or
Depends on the situation.
Okay.
We will see. I don't really. I will just see what happens now and get my Broodlord, and I need more infestors, for example,
Mhm.
before I
Yeah,
can do.
Yeah, now
And
that you
I-
have map control, you typically want to be like very broodlord and infestor heavy, as opposed to like not throwing a whole lot of resources into Zerglings, because they just water down your supply.
Right. I see.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not really in a hurry now. I think it's a good position, but I mean, if I overextend, I can still lose it, and so yeah, I'll just try not to overextend.
Metamorphosis complete.
Okay, so obviously taking the 5th, probably have time to take the 6th too here. I imagine. Whenever you want, probably. Yeah.
Mineral field.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but
Yeah. Definitely have control of this game.
yeah, and as I said, I'm not really in a hurry now. What is this? Oh, it's lagging. That's why my
Oh, is it?
yeah, I was trying to morph overseers, but it was lagging, and
Oh
then
no.
it worked. Like it took. I had to wait really long until I could move them again. Yeah, and I just put like, you know, like creep at his next bases.
Nice. Delay him a little bit, obviously.
And a burrowed circle.
And the
also.
brothers, yeah.
The best is when he waits for the creep and he still can't put it down.
Yes.
There.
And
Oh.
so, no, I don't know. I just think I have like all the time in the world now. There's no reason to hurry anything. So I'm just like building more spines at my expansion, just making things safe.
Okay, so that's interesting. So you're just waiting for him to come and attack you, right?
Yeah, I mean I have a 5th base up. There's no reason to need to attack. And now with the ghost change, I feel quite confident that I will win late game.
Nice.
Before that change, I wasn't so sure, but
Yeah.
Do you ever throw down, make an Ultraless den so that you know?
I
if
guess
your
I could.
army
But
dies, like you
I
can
don't
do
know.
a transition.
I'm not such a big Ultralisk fan, to be honest. So
Yeah, but don't you think it's smart in case somehow he was able to destroy your Broodlord force? You could.
yes, I
remax.
guess I should do that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a heavy Viking army. Total Ultras
Exactly.
would be so great, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
now I
great
just use my
counterattack.
links for some counterattacking, and I mean they are not efficient supply, so I need to get rid of them.
Well,
So,
would you continue making that pack of lings though? Just keep doing this over and over until
yeah,
it
I
pushes-
guess it's a good way to like
Yeah.
dump some minerals.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably
And,
like 14 supply. And
yeah.
I mean, you accomplished something there, actually.
Yes, I think I killed some SCVs. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't really look. I mean, I was paying.
Yeah, I
not
think you
paying-
did. I think you killed a decent.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you killed a decent number.
Mm,
Definitely worth
yeah.
the money. Okay, overseers. All right. I mean, changelings. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean those are nice for scouting, especially if you spawn really many of them.
Right.
Yeah, he's not gonna click all of them.
Yeah, I
well,
mean,
So he's on the move. It's kind of what you want here, right? Just attack him on the move.
yes.
Oh, there's siege up there. Nice, like how you have those slings and banes there. If he just pushes up there.
Yes. Yes, that's something very important in general.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got plenty of infestors and corruptors there.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure why I'm losing this fight. Maybe because
Oh
I.
gosh, actually he has a lot of Vikings on the top there. I didn't even...
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's actually surprising to me that I lost that one. Maybe I had too much drones or something.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think I would have to watch the replay.
I think
did-
you were actually okay, especially with top left. But as soon as he was able to kill off your Broodlord army, if you just maxed out on Ultra, like, or just remaxed on Ultra,
Yeah, but I didn't have enough money. I don't
no.
know.
What was your resource count? I wasn't actually.
I don't know. Only like 1.5k in minerals.
Oh, never mind then. Okay.
Oh.
No, I don't know. I think I just screwed up in the fight or something. I think I lost like I lost too many infestors to tank fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. Something about my unit count wasn't good, but I would have to watch the replay to really tell.
Another thing I like to do late game once they're pushing like that is I'll actually just group up all of my queens and use them to heal the
Yes,
people.
exactly. Yeah, I
Right.
should have done that. That's true.
All right, I think this might be the last one here. So, which map, Bryce?
Oh man.
Oh
All right, one of
gosh.
us has to win this.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I don't know. You pick.
Me pick. Oh man, come on.
I don't know.
Metal. No, metal's not a great one. Play Tal'Darim?
Sure.
Is that a comment? Sure or no?
Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay. Okay, last game, guys. Hopefully we can get a win over Spades today. Spades is...
All right, DarkForce. You gotta coach me through this, man. We gotta do this. We can't let Spades beat us the whole time.
I think you should all in him.
Hey, that's good.
Because
That's cool.
He plays like 3 quick command centers, double eBay, and those kind of things, and that's. Yeah, I mean it's good again if you don't all in, but.
He's probably right, actually.
Yeah, it is like.
Yeah, I think the best thing is to just Roach Baining all in and he dies. And also, like, the shorter the game, the less the talking annoys you.
Okay.
That's an interesting way to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I can cheese better than play a long game when I have to talk in the meanwhile.
That's true. Okay, guys. Again, we're having DarkForce and Machine on the show today, and again, Nurchio couldn't make it today because of some technical difficulties. So DarkForce, very appreciated him filling in last second. And we're having them kind of take turns walking through some games, and while one guest plays, the other will kind of just comment on their play and critique, and kind of find some things that they might like or think that the other player should work on. So it's kind of what we're doing. It's a very collaborative kind of feel today.
Yeah. DarkForce, do you ever have a problem with like Reaper Bunker Rush on this map?
Yes, if Goody plays it.
Yeah, Goody plays it, and the Muslim actually does the same thing.
Yeah, he copied it from the Goody.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
really? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Goody is the first one who played that every game here. Yeah, against Goody I already opened like 14 pool, 15 hatch or something, and just built 6 Zerglings.
Yeah.
Then you were far ahead. Like that's like the hard counter to that. I was super. I did that in like in the final of some German tournament.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it was super easy win after that because he sends out like 2 SCVs for scouting and like then a third one, and he cut so much economy.
Goody is a funny guy.
Yes, and so like the 14 pool and then just hatch after pool. I mean, it sucks against Hellion openings, obviously, but against the Goody opening, I think it's quite good.
See, that's the thing. Goody's watching this right now, so like, I'm just saying, if he's watching this right now, he's going to be going Hellion on you the next time you guys.
Yeah, I mean,
of
course, there's always, and in general, I scout. I think on this map I scout at 10. Because
oh wow,
I scout the clockwise position, and then I usually check the middle for proxies, and then I decide what I will do.
Right.
Yeah, that's smart. I typically have a hard time with deciding what to do on 4-player maps like this because you typically won't get the early scout in most of the time.
Oh, I mean, it really depends on who you play against. If I play against Goody, I'll play like 14 pool. Because Goody is not like doesn't have very good mechanics, so I'm not so afraid if I don't die early on or take a lot of damage, it's usually quite okay to play. And against like a really good player, I might just go blind, 17 gas, 16 pool.
So viewers, after this game, we're going to be doing Q&A. So we're going to do Skype call and Q&A. So start adding me on Skype. My Skype ID is ChanmanV, and I will call you when it comes time. But just add me the contacts, and I will, I'll make sure we call you and you get your questions asked to DarkForce and Machine. Okay, so back to the game. So are we going with the investor style again?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I'm not as good as DarkForce with mutas, so my muta play is pretty terrible. And typically, it loses me the game rather than wins me the game.
That's not good.
No, exactly.
I think you should hide one Zergling like at the top of the map, and
Okay.
and like one at his third base or so. But like I like hiding two Zerglings outside, leaving one at home to deny scouting, and scouting with another one what he's doing.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's kind of good to have two somewhere hidden. And I mean, you want to deny scouting if he randomly goes in with an SCV, because if he knows that you don't mine gas, he knows that he is safe for now. Like, it's always good to deny scouting. That's why I always leave one Zergling at home, because one Ling and a Queen kill the SCV, but the Queen alone might not kill it.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, and that's why I leave one at home.
Okay. Well, you see them coming up here.
Alright.
Metamorphosis complete.
I don't know how you guys defend these like 8 Hellions with just Lings and Queens.
On creep, like if they don't have blue flame, it's no problem to fight aliens on creep.
Just always feels so bad though, even though it's you're right.
No, I think on creep you can fight quite efficient against
Hmm.
pretty large Hellion numbers actually.
Okay.
Are under attack.
Those burning trees.
Yeah, that looks so weird on my screen.
Dude, what are you doing watching it?
My bad, I'll get back to the game.
Exactly. I'm just kidding.
I know.
It does look. It's still burning actually. Okay, so.
I think you should take more gas now, especially in the main base, and put
Right now I
workers back in.
Take all of them at the same time.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of do it the same, just a little earlier.
Okay, and you get Carapace first. Worse.
Okay, I feel like I need to suicide the Zergling. Try to scout, see what he's doing.
Yeah, that's why I just put them at the top somewhere, but I guess it's okay to put
He
them
killed
at the
him.
bottom.
I actually had one at the
Oh,
top.
okay.
Yeah, he did. Oh.
Not really.
Oh,
able-
had you run in from the top, you would have.
Yeah.
You would have gone past the bunker, but okay, you can know that in advance, of course.
Okay, so here's that time where you're just
Chilling.
tech in, trying to fully saturate, and then you're gonna break out with some Lings, right? Well,
Yep.
actually, you're gonna go break. Okay. Gonna go kill that rock. Oh no! Oh no! You're just running around. Okay. Oh, you're
Yep.
gonna try to surround them? Nice.
I was thinking about it, but I'm not sure.
Nice.
I think that would work because they stand on creep, but you can also like counter-attacking is. But he already had
Yep.
almost a wall in when you
Exactly.
scouted last. I think it's
Yeah.
better to just surround them. I mean, if he really stands them on creep and he just doesn't look for like 1 second, they die. And if you kill
Yeah.
the Hellions, it's always good. I think it's good to just try to surround.
Oh, he left. He heard us.
Yeah,
You're stream cheating, Brian. Vades.
There we go.
Okay, so all you're doing is pumping out Lings and drones.
Yep. Mr. Man.
Yeah, those Hellions are problematic. Okay, you're going to expand to the third here, putting up your Bane nest.
I forgot my melee upgrade.
Complete.
Alright, now my spines don't really do me good anymore, so...
Moving to the back. Yep.
Yep. Oh, I just got ravens.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Are under attack.
Yeah, he's playing some weird ass build.
Yeah.
Ravens, okay. What's good against Ravens, guys?
I don't know. Some kind of mech it looks like.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Oh yeah, I see. Ooh, it's kind of strong. One creep though. Yeah, you can actually clean this up. Oh, maybe
I think so, too.
not. Oh, it's close. Those veins are down there. Ah,
Nice.
gosh, missile turrets are so strong.
Yeah, but this went quite well, I think. He didn't do as much damage as he
Yeah. I don't think
could
he
have
did.
or should have.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't do any
And I
economic
think-
damage. Yeah.
Like, if you just attack with Roachling, Baneling now, he could actually die.
That's kind of what I was planning. Yeah.
You have a roach ward? Oh yeah, you do. Shoot, I didn't realize that. Oh no! Oh, can't lose those though.
Metamorphosis. Mutation complete.
Oh wow.
Our forces are under attack.
This is gonna be tough.
Ah man. Just trying to be sneaky and go around, but
Our forces
Time's there.
Yeah, I don't. Man, this is gonna be tough actually.
The hive cluster. Our forces are under attack.
Oh, nice.
Mutation
Getting that forward.
complete.
Alright, here come the Thors. Okay, now so just mass roach here.
yeah,
Yeah.
seems like the best option.
Yeah, I think so.
Actually, I'm not a big fan of getting infestors against mech. I don't really like them. Because...
You have neural? You don't? No, I have neural, right? Yeah.
I'm getting it.
No.
You're walking back. Oh, oh,
Forces are under attack.
oh! The Thors are. Want you some Thors? Oh, here we go. Or Hellions. That's good too.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you
go
catch
for it.
him, like, I don't know why he flew the expansion where he did fly it to. That makes
Oh, there
no
we go.
sense to me.
Mutation.
I think you can win it now. I think you should push, like, take to tier 3. Oh, I just saw the amount of minerals Spade says. What is he doing? What the hell?
He must. He's. I rarely see him go max, so I think he's not macroing super well here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
okay.
really.
Oh, you could have taken that. Right? Oh, okay. No.
Oh, I think it's better to back off.
Yeah.
With the infestors, it would have worked.
Right. Well, you should have neural now. Yep, you have neural
Yeah.
now. So. I think
Yep.
Next
My
batch of
plan.
versus. So how?
But don't you think against mech it's better to go like Roach,
Vulnerable?
Ling,
Yeah.
and Muta? Because I don't know if he has a few tanks. Like the infestors just don't do that much. I don't, and I really like the switch from Ling Muta to Roach and back. Like depending on whether he has tanks and or more Taurs.
Mineral field.
That's why I
Really?
that's why I really don't like infestor. I don't know. It just
So you don't like
I mean,
going to hive?
the fungal doesn't do much damage. Infested Terrans like don't usually spawn after the fight is over, and Neural Parasite after the range nerf it just doesn't do much unless he goes.
Unless he
like,
goes
Tor
like
only
that.
in the field. Yeah, I mean, of course, if Terrans go Tor only and have like
Oh my god!
4K,
Oh, look at
2K
that!
in the mid game, then it works. But like, I mean, you could have just won it with Muta.
I don't know how to play that exactly. That's why I was like, I don't think. Oh, look at that! That's not cool. Oh gosh.
Alright,
So with mech, you guys don't think going to is going to Hive a good option too, or just?
Yeah, I think
I mean,
there's
there's
kind of two ways to play it. You can play it really aggressive with sort of like Ling, like Zergling Roach centric armies. As DarkForce said, I typically don't go Infestors, but because I was planning on going Infestors anyway, I'd already stockpiled like a good amount of Vespian gas, and you know, obviously don't need a whole lot of Vespian for, you know, just like Roach Ling. And the other sort of way to play it is to tech to Hive like extremely fast, and then just go like double Spire Broodlord, like very quick Broodlord, and that's kind of the way I typically play it. The thing that threw me off about him was like the early Raven. Obviously, I had no idea what he was doing, and it just
right.
quite weird. So because of the Raven and the Banshees as well, that's another reason why I started adding in the Infestors in case he was going like very heavy Banshees. That was about it.
Okay, awesome. Well, let me thank Spades for the games here, and we'll get started on questions. Let me actually let's just get started on questions, guys. We're gonna do Q&A with DarkForce and Machine, and we kind of like to do Skype call-ins here, just so you guys can get to talk to them, and you know it's kind of fun doing that for you guys. So first off, we have Mikolaj. I think that's your name. Okay, let me fix the. I know Machine's picture is screwed up here, so I'll fix it.
Hello.
Hi. Do you have a question for these guys?
Yes. So, what do you think about the broad bailings and their viability? Like, I guess burrowing them in the mineral lines or something like that. Like before they expand.
Oh, I think it's very good.
Yeah, I think that's so.
If you can catch a lot of like Terrans, you know, being able to kill 10 or so SCVs compared with just forcing a scan by burrowing a single Baneling or a Zergling at an expansion, it's very good. My only problem is, like, as you saw in DarkForce's game against Spades late game, every Terran now is kind of sending little squads of Marines and like scanning and just to kill the single Zergling because they expect it to be there. So that could be a problem because obviously throwing a single Zergling away compared with like throwing 2 or 3 Banelings away, it's kind of a, you know, a big difference. But no, either way, it's still a very good thing to do.
Yeah, but like, I mean, in the mid to late game, you have like so many resources to spend on, like you can borrow 3 Banelings from the mineral line, so you can splash and kill SCVs. So I guess it's good to implement in your playstyle or something like that.
Yeah, I think it is as well.
All right. Thanks for the question. Or actually, Jonathan, did you have any comment on that?
Yeah, I also like borrowed Banelings. I mean, later on it's not much use anymore, as Machine said, but I think it's not something you should implement in your game that early, because it really requires like some thinking in the game and like a lot of, well, just in general, like multitasking. And so I think it's something you should implement later on, but at first just play more basic, without it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because it's going to confuse you so much, and you just have so much less units if you spend too much time on that.
Right. All right. Thanks for the question.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Let's see. Who is next here? We got. What is this? Sticklacer. Good. Sticklacer.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Hey.
Pretty good. I just got promoted to Plat. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do you have a question for either DarkForce or Machine?
Yes, I do. I just started to veto out maps. And I want to ask if you think it's a good idea to veto out maps on ladder, or would you say that you should play them all because you have to practice on them?
Typically what I do is I'll veto any map that's not in like an upcoming tournament or like a major league. Like right now, the Shattered Temple for me, like I don't think that's going to be at MLG. I don't think that's going to be anywhere anymore. So I have that vetoed. Core Hall Compound, I don't think is going to be anything so far that I know of as well. So I have both of those maps downturned, but as soon as a map like that is added into a rotation, or I would have to train on it, I'd play it. So that's just my answer. I'm trying to like train for tournaments, so I try to adjust my practice around what tournament play would be.
Okay. Okay. Und Jonathan?
Okay.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of do it the same way. I mean, I usually I leave new maps in for a bit, like Korhal Compound, because I mean that's a map that could come into tournament play. So I want to have at least a few games on it. But yes, and then after a while I would also veto according to what I want to practice. And I just veto maps that I also veto in tournaments.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks for the question.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, we got Jack Haveman. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Good. Hey, Bryce, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Not too much, man. Alright, this is more of a question for Bryce. It's kind of for both of you, but more for Bryce because I'm more familiar with his playstyle. I have really been favoring this Ling Infestor style lately. And focusing on, getting out the quicker upgrades. I've been practicing it with a few of my buddies, that play Terran, and the real problem I've had is knowing, like, when to take a third, because the way we've been practicing it, he said it was more of a 2-base build, at least from, going against his build. I'm wondering what I should be looking for to know if a major push is coming around, like, the 10 to 12 minute mark, or I guess the 9 to 12 minute mark, because it's a little bit earlier, or if I should know if he's going to be a little bit greedier and go for a third. And what I should do to react to that, and what I should really be looking for as far as scouting.
Well, if it's ever possible and you can scout an early third command center, that should always be a tip-off that, like, you can just go ahead and grab that third early on. But other than that, I'm really only taking the third once I'm able to attain map control. Typically, a lot of Terrans are opening fast expand into, like, mass Hellion play, as you've seen here. So if I can ever, at some point, like, get a good surround on the Hellions, or he, like, ends up throwing all of his Hellions away, I immediately take the third. But other than that, I have to just kind of wait until I get a good amount of creep spread, or he runs his Hellions back. But even if I scout a big push coming, like he opens Hellion into like a Marine tank push, I'll take the third, because worst comes to worst, he like cut a lot of SCVs and is throwing everything he has into this push, and then you can just go ahead and cancel a third, but you'll still be ahead because you haven't cut drone count.
Is this after you're making a macro hatch? Or is it depending on that? Alright.
You always need a macro hatch before you take your third, so I'll take that back, but yeah.
Because I'm pushing for infestors out by the 10-minute mark with pathogen glands, because that's the only way that I can counter unless I go banelings, but banelings are kind of a little bit more gas heavy.
I like to actually open banelings before infestors. It's just kind of my way of dealing with it.
Alright, maybe I'll do that. I guess it'd be easier.
At least just try it out. Like, it really just kind of depends upon your style. I know a lot of players do open the infestor before baneling, but the second my layer gets up, the first thing I'm researching is baneling speed and burrow.
All right, Jack. Thanks for the question.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yep, no problem.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Let's see who is next. Ryohan. Actually, while we're taking this call, I just want to make sure, if you guys enjoy the show and enjoy, just kind of everything we've done today, be sure to click the follow button and follow me on Twitter, because I always update my Twitter with all the show information and that kind of thing. Okay, Ryohan, are you there?
Yes, hi.
How's it going?
Yep. I'm fine, thank you. How are you guys?
Good.
Hey, doing pretty good.
Alright, so I am a Diamond Protoss player, and my question is towards both of you. I've been really concerned of switching to Zerg since I was around silver level, and I've never took the time to stop and maybe practice Zerg, because everyone said it wouldn't be worth it, or just stick to one race until you're used to the game. Have you guys ever been tempted to maybe switch to another race? And if so, how did you guys approach that mentality that it wouldn't be worth it or something?
Well, I actually used to be a Terran player back in Brood War. When I first started playing, like not even before I became like pro, but a lot of it had to do with Terran wasn't as fun to me to play as Zerg. I really liked the idea of Zerg, and Zerg sort of suited my strengths as far as like macro and multitasking. And so yeah, I actually did go ahead and make a switch to Zerg, even though at the time all of my favorite like pros were Terran players, and so that had a big reason to do with why I wanted to play Terran. And so, you know, you kind of just need to make the change for a while, adjust to it, like see if you enjoy it more maybe than playing Protoss. But, you know, first and foremost, this is a game, so you really just want to play it, see if you would enjoy it more. Maybe Zerg like plays more to your strengths as well, and then just kind of make the choice from there.
Any comment on that, Jonathan, or? I guess not.
I guess not.
It's all good. All right, thanks for your question.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, ooh, whoops, I kind of screwed that. Okay.
Sorry, I was just distracted for a moment.
That's okay. No problem. Okay, we got Brent J. Holmes next. That's a sweet picture he's got.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good. How about yourself?
Yeah, man, you like that? It's pretty legit.
So you got a question for these two guys?
Stream. Yeah, I do have a question for Bryce. Actually, anyone can answer. I'm struggling a lot on that new map, Bryce. It's funny you mentioned you vetoed it. It's a good idea. Maybe I should. On Core
Yeah.
A big problem I'm finding is that it's really, really, really hard to keep a third on that. I'm finding it's, you know, Terrans can just walk around the outside wall, come down and snipe it. And of course, I'm just really late to react, mainly because it's really hard to spread out creep that far and just maintain map vision on that side. But what do you recommend? I mean, I don't want to veto it because I still need the practice. I'm not entering any tournament, so for me, it's not a big deal. High diamond, and I feel like I'm okay, but I really am missing some two-base plays, and I feel like that's, at least for me, and I'm pretty ignorant, that's the only really way to play that map right now against Protoss, at least, or maybe even Terran, and having a really good two-base play. What do you recommend? What are some? What can I do to improve? I mean, I've got Protosses that are kind of just turtling up on their two-base and hitting me with like +2 stalkers. I'm just struggling.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like the third on that map is pretty hard to hold, which is kind of why I'm hoping it doesn't get thrown into play. As far as ZVT, like the siege tank pushes, you should always expect there because of that high ground. And they can just slowly push down. And against Protoss, I'm having, for whatever reason, like actually a little bit less trouble again on this map than I usually do. But you really need to make sure you're splitting your force. Like once you realize they're going to move around and try to engage at that third, you need to try to get a good surround with your Roach Ling. And against Terran, what I've been doing actually is a lot of counters. Like I'll just, you know, go ahead, sack my third, and just do a giant Ling counter into their main, because if they're not playing the sort of like very passive, take an early third, and they're just doing like a two-base like siege push, most players aren't defending properly, and they're really just kind of hoping that you're gonna throw all of your resources into trying to hold that third with a terrible positioning, because you know they can siege from the high ground, as I said earlier. So yeah, that's
and how do you break a turtling toss on that map?
I'll tell you later when I figure it out.
All right, man. Please do, dude. It's no trouble, man.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, especially with like the early Century Immortal play. If they just play it passive and take a third while like feinting an attack towards your third, because that map is so hard to kind of defend that third, you're really throwing a lot of resources into it while they're actually just like expanding behind it.
You think that'll be one of the maps that'll come in this season and leave the next season?
I hope so. But I'm not.
If that's the case, I just trying to feel out some of the pros' opinions, because maybe I'll end up beating it after all, because it really is a bummer, man. Trying to keep a third and not knowing. I mean, I'm forced to kind of attack, but I can't break. I can't break any turtling players, but yeah, I can't expand because of vulnerability.
Right.
Yeah. I just try to play like pretty counter heavy on that map.
Cool, man.
All right, Brent. Thanks for the question.
Take care.
Thank you, guys.
All right, see, we got one more caller. Hopefully, we can get something for DarkForce here, guys. Everything seems to be for you, Bryce. So I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. So
I would say it's Agia.
Agia. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Do you have a question for either
Yeah.
of these guys?
First off, I'm a huge fan, and I just wanted to ask actually, why don't pros use more of burrowed roaches versus mech in CVT?
I can answer that. Oftentimes when people go mech, they open with some kind of banshee, and they really often get a raven. So it's really not that much use. And I mean, it can work, but if they scan while you're burrowing like towards them, or if they have a raven, then you really lose a lot of units just trying it. And so, yeah, I mean, I've seen some big comebacks with like burrowed roaches against mech, but it's like a super big risk. So I think that's why generally people don't use it that much.
Yeah, I agree as well. There's also nothing more disappointing than burrowing your whole roach force underneath the Terran's army, unburrowing, and then just watching your army melt for some random reason.
Exactly.
But yeah, I guess the other problem is if you play very roach aggressive, especially like early burrowed roach, and then the attack fails and you're just kind of stuck on like very roach heavy army into like late game transition, the roaches aren't really going to do much for you later on.
Yeah, they just don't have enough DPS to really be efficient.
And their supply inefficient.
Yeah, that too.
True, but I felt that if you are able to unburrow around their siege tanks, you can snipe them while you're like super tagging to broodlords, and then just insta remix.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, probably.
It's a good thing to do, like to free up supply. If I was transitioning from roach to broodlord, I would definitely do that. Another thing is drops as well. Like drops are very good with roaches against mech, just abusing mobility in any way.
Right.
Yeah, but I would just feel like the Thor would take like one volley to take out the overlords.
No.
No, if they are spread, they don't die that easily.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks a ton.
All right. Thanks for the question.
Right. Thank you very much.
Well, I think that was probably it for the call-in questions. We only got about 2 minutes left, so why don't we do? Well, I actually got one more last-minute call-in. Let me get this guy in here real quick. And this will be it, and we'll conclude Q&A, and then we'll do some shout-outs at the end, and call it a show.
Okay.
Andy,
hey, what's up?
Hey, you got a question?
Yeah. One thing I'm trying to mix into my play is all-in style builds. Do you recommend doing that, and when do you recommend implementing that into your gameplay?
Oh yeah, that's actually a big problem with my gameplay. I sit there and I play practice matches all day, and I try not to really, because it doesn't take a whole lot of time to learn like a early like a all-in build, but it's definitely something necessary, at least so that your opponent knows that you have the possibility of all-inning them, so they can't really play greedy. Like kind of as you noticed with Spades during this little show match, as DarkForce was saying, he was going like early third command center, double eBay, like no fear of like a roach baneling all-in whatsoever. So you can really get inside your opponent's head and adjust their playstyle just by adding in like some sort of an early all-in, every once in a while.
All right.
John, you got any comments on that?
Yeah, I mean, it really depends. If you like participate in tournaments or if you play against someone regularly, you really need to like learn to cheese. And actually, that's something I've been doing quite a lot lately. That I just cheese a lot more and just practice that on ladder,
Right.
and just cheese every game and just to get experience, like in what situations it's good and like what kind of follow-ups you have if it like works like half or so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean those top players. I mean they can throw out the cheese. They can throw out the cheese whenever they need to and defend against it and everything. So it's totally something you should have in your arsenal, for sure. But okay, guys, that's going to conclude the. Thanks for your question, Andy.
Yeah,
No problem.
That's going to conclude the Q&A portion, and we're going to go ahead and start doing any shout-outs from the two of you guys. So DarkForce, why don't you go first? If you have any shout outs or yeah.
Yes, you can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter account is aTnDarkForce, and on Facebook, like I have one of those Facebook profiles. I don't even know how they are called.
Right.
And yeah, it's just my name, Jonathan Birke, and DarkForce. And yes, that's it.
Okay, awesome. And again, really, really appreciate you coming on just last minute here, and hopefully we'll have you on the show again soon. Machine, you got any shout-outs?
First off, I'd like to thank DarkForce for being on the show. As we said before, like Nurcho not being able to come on, and then you coming on and doing a pretty good job teaching me a few things. That's for sure. You really helped us out a lot. I'd like to thank you guys for watching this show. Hopefully this continues to grow and become really popular, and so on and so forth. Thank you very much, ChanmanV, for having me on the show once again.
Of course.
I'd like to thank my sponsors: Intel Extreme Motherboard, SteelSeries, Monster Energy Drinks, Kingston HyperX, Beyond Gaming, Sapphire Video Cards, Sixfold Gaming, InWin, Gunner Optics, Slappa, and Split Reason.
He's reading.
I am actually. I forgot him the last 2 times. I was like, that's not going to happen again.
Right.
All right. And then follow me on Twitter at Machine USA, and I also have a Facebook fan page that no one seems to find.
That's true of every Facebook fan. I think.
So,
Twitter seems to be the preferred social networking site for all the SC2ers, I think. But
yeah, definitely. So find my Facebook fan page and like it, and every once in a while I post some cool dubstep. You guys like that?
Cool. Yeah, definitely follow up. Again, follow these guys' Twitter accounts and Facebook. I think we're posting it in the chat here, so you guys can click on it, follow them, and definitely they stream. Actually, John, do you stream much, DarkForce?
No, because my ISP failed, or rather I switched the ISP to get a better connection and ended up with a worse connection. So
no, shoot. Okay.
Yeah, I'm really trying to stream as fast as possible again, and I'm trying to fix my connection.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not really sure how long it will take. It might be in a few weeks, but no, right now I can't stream. My connection is not good enough.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
But okay. Anyways, I want to thank the both of you, obviously, for being on the show. Again, DarkForce, this being your first time,